that I even have to do this. You know, I will say this, and it's terrible, but, you know, before this COVID, there's about 24 names, right? I could China plague, China virus, but we have about 24. Let's just call it the China virus. Before the China virus came, we were going to have the easiest campaign in history. I was up so much. Now I got to work, right? I have to work, and that's okay. Actually, I think people respect it even more. They respect it even more. No, but it has. It's affected, you know, it's affected politics and leadership all over the world. I mean, people that were very popular all over, because it's a pale. But we've handled it well. Our people have done an incredible job. Our generals, I mean, look at the vaccines. Look at, hey, excuse me, look at me. I go in, sister, I wasn't feeling too good. And they gave me something called Regeneron. The next morning, sister, I woke up, and it was like God touched my shoulder. Right? I said, Mom, let me at him. I said, give me a trade deal for Michigan. I want to go and renegotiate a trade deal. No, what they've done is incredible in a short period of time, 6 months. I mean, they never even heard of this drug. And now Eli Lilly's also doing something similar. We have things coming out that are amazing. And even the Times wrote today, people are getting better. People are getting better because of what's happening. And for the Times to write that, that's a very, very hard thing for them to write. You would have thought they would have waited a few days, actually. Let's wait. Let's put out that story on the 4th of November. And you know that everything's COVID, COVID, COVID. You know that. You turn on the news, COVID, 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 COVID. And, you know, cases are up. Why are cases up? Because we test more than anybody in history. I mean, we have tests on top of tests. We'd like another test. We got 19 different versions. And we test much more than India. They have 1.5 billion people. And many countries don't test at all. Many countries don't test at all. But we test more. But deaths are way down. And where people are getting better. But I'm an example of it. My wife is an example of it. First lady. And Barron Trump, young, you know, very young, 14. He's my very tall 14-year-old boy. He's tall. He's a tall guy, but he's a strong guy. And, you know, he tested positive. The doctor said, sir, Barron has tested positive. The doctor's here, Sean, great doctor, said, he's tested positive. I said, positive for what? He said, COVID. I said, oh, that's terrible. He said, no, he'll be okay. Like 15 minutes later, how's Barron doing, Doc? Oh, it's okay. He's fine now. No, they have strong immune system. Now they'll say, he exaggerated the time. Oh, they're so sick. They're so sick. You know what I said? You know, I got myself into trouble with that also. Great gentleman from England. I said that refugees are coming in and they're promising more than they give our citizens. They said, we're going to give you health care. We're going to give you a free education. And every refugee that comes in will get a free Rolls Royce. And CNN went crazy. They said, President Trump lied. They're not getting a Rolls Royce. You know, it's true. They took it very seriously. You can't be sarcastic. You can't have a little bit of fun. Because if you do, you look very bad. No, they said, it's not true about the Rolls Royce, but at 800,000 a pop, I would say probably not. They took it, CNN took that very seriously. Joe Biden's plan will delay the vaccine, postpone therapies, crash the economy, and shut down our entire country. Under the Biden lockdown, countless Americans will die from suicide, drug overdose, deferred medical care. So many things happen, abuse. I mean, what's happening? There will be no school, no graduations, no weddings, no Thanksgivings, no Christmas. No 4th of July. There'll be no nothing. There'll be no future. Other than that, it's quite a good plan, I think. Biden doesn't have a clue. Look, the cure cannot be worse than the problem itself. Always remember. Biden wants to keep everyone locked up, even young Americans who are at extremely low risk from the virus. He wants to steal the dreams and the futures of our youngest citizens. And you know, when a child loses a year of his life because he's locked in, and one thing we have found, you know, there are a lot of telehealth has been great and a lot of But when you're looking at a laptop, it's not nearly as good as sitting in a classroom. That has been determined. It's not good. It's not the same. And we're keeping these kids away from school, and that's something. I mean, it's great in some instances, and telehealth is one of them. But when it comes to school, we've learned very strongly it's not the same, which is why I'm going to win. We're going to win with a record number. I think there's a vote out there that is incredible. Let me ask you a question. Who has voted by ballot or who has voted so far? Okay. Who is going to vote on Tuesday? Yeah. It's a funny thing. You know, we tell our people go out and vote. We're not big into the ballot world. We sort of don't like it, okay? You know, because too many tricks get played. Like they find Trump ballots in a waste paper basket. They find them in dumpsters. They found some in the river. Isn't that lovely? Look, all those ballots. Oh, they happen to be Trump ballots. No, they're finding them all over the place.